Here we go, Lizard Retro on the road.
300 metres, turn left.
What time is it saying?
4:57.
4:57. Busby. Oh, I always get your name wrong as well, Busby.
Wait, what it is my name is actually Busby, but when it's converted into Japanese, it comes out as Busby.
Busby.
That's
it.
Turn left, then
There you go,
turn
anyway.
right.
Now I'm going to be on YouTube.
You are, you're going to be the big telly box. You're on the telly. Back. This is a video about the Doncaster Retro Collect video game market #3, I do believe. Yeah, as if you'd seen the previous video that I did for the unboxing of Zelda, I was a lizard for the day. I did have a thought, I mentioned in the video, I should have called myself, you know, the retro lizard retro or the retro lizard or something like that. Obviously I didn't, but that was an afterthought. But no, I had a massive sort out, which is why I've been sort of not really on the tubes for the last, I don't know, month-ish. Just been sporadically popping up the odd small video here and there. Yeah, so I've just been through the garage, sorting out all the sort of duplicate systems, which I don't have a fair chunk of, you know, PlayStations, N64s, GameCubes, just stuff that's been accrued over the years. None of the box stuff that's still being kept. You know, a few people sort of say, "Oh, have you thinned out your collection?" No, nothing. The only thing that's gone out of this room, I'll tell you now, is one row of Dreamcast games, which I mentioned in the video, which I've mentioned numerous times. I was going to sort out. So yeah, it was a prime time to sort it out. But weirdly enough, not many of them sold really. I probably had too much stuff. I've said this to a few of the lads. I probably had too much stuff. But I've not done one before. I don't know. You know, it's all new to me. Some things that I thought would sell didn't sell, and vice versa. So, you know, I don't know. But it was a great day. Many thanks to Adam from Retro Collect and all the Retro Collect guys there that organised it. It was a great event. I must admit, a lot better than the one in Leeds. I think most people would probably agree with the venue. Venue-wise, it's a lot more spacious. It's a proper exhibition hall or centre or whatever. It's a lot more area, a lot more space to move and breathe. What else could I say about the event? Because the thing is, I was there as a sort of seller, not really a buyer. So I'll probably leave it up to the other guys who were there, obviously as you know, as buyers, to give you an overview of it. But I can tell you, you know, how I got on and what my thoughts are in it. Anyway, so slurp. I have got a very tiny bit of footage because I just didn't. There was just no time. I know it sounds daft, I had all there, but it went really quick, bizarrely. But it was just like that. It's only slowed down probably right towards like the last hour, if that. And there's nobody there, so and half the stuff's been sold, so it wasn't really a true reflection of it. So again, you're probably better off checking for a few of the YouTubers that have done videos. I know Gus Newton's done one. I remember seeing Daz Connors Deloro, he was videoing. There may be other people that videoing that I just didn't see videoing. So apologies if I didn't see you and I haven't mentioned you. It's just the people off the top of my head that I did see. I think I spoke to them very briefly as well. But great to see some people for the first time. Adam, 16-bit Brit, awesome to see you, pal. What do they call him? The Racing Snake. Duncan from Golden Age Gaming. He's Golden Age Gaming. There was a chap there that was with his mates, and his mate said, "Oh, he watches on YouTube. He's a little bit sort of shy, but nice to see you again, mate." I'm pretty sure you spoke before. Yeah, his mate was very sort of cautious about spending his money. Might be Craig's here again. He had a couple of mates that were trying to spend his money for him. Also, Danstar, Danestar, don't get that name right. He's just started YouTube. He had a stall there as well. So please, I'll put a link down to Dan's channel. You need to go and check him out. Really good. First couple of videos he's in front of the camera, chatting away. So awesome. I didn't recognise you. Honestly, hands down, I did not recognise. I was chatting to him about this TurboGrafx handheld, Turbo Express rather, not TurboGrafx, Turbo Express box. It was empty, beautiful condition, and he never even said that he recognised me or that he was on YouTube. So if he had done, you know, it would have, the conversation probably would have gone a little bit different, perhaps. But I think he was there. He did a similar thing with, like I did. I think there was a couple of lads or a couple of his mates or whoever that were bundled all their stuff together and they were selling it all on the store, which I think is the way to go. I'll come to that later anyway. So yeah, Danestar, Danestar, not sure how you pronounce that. What else? Who else was there? Usual suspects in terms of some of the traders. You know, you saw thumbs. Gavin from GGG. Come on, who else was there? It's normally there as well. Console Passion. There was a good stall that Russ mentioned, and I didn't get around to seeing it. It had all old magazines. By the time I got down to have a look round, they only had 2 Super Plays left, and they said they had a load of them, and they're bloody cheap as well. I think they're £3 each. The problem is I ain't got my list anyway. I didn't have my list anyway, but that was a bit of a bugger. What else was there? I'm trying to think if there's anybody else of note. There was a guy there that had a full, early doors, he had a full GameCube set. Literally, but it was like no good to me. It would have been useful, you know, a couple of months back. But yeah, he had a full set. He had some nice GameCube items. He had the Tales of Symphonia Japanese limited edition purple box. I think the guy from GGG bought that, Gavin. So I've heard. I don't know. But yeah, it was. I think it was a great event. Personally, I did okay. I made a bit of money. I've still bought shit tons back. So yeah, I will probably be definitely doing it again. So you know, anyone who wants to hate on me. I don't really give two shits, because basically, from the people that I saw there, other than the main sort of traders, if you like, a hell of a lot of people were doing exactly what I was doing. You know, speaking to the lads there, some people, like I only had one table, but Adam very kindly looked after me. So again, thanks for that, mate. I did offer you, you know, take anything you want as repayment, but you know, he was like, no, my pleasure. So again, thanks to the Retro Collect guys for that. But yeah, there was a lot of guys there just with one table, just stuff that they've accrued from buying job lots, spillover, and they're just all, you know, just made with eBay and whatnot. So it's a way to go. You know, I would advise anybody. I said this to the lads that took the table. It's all hassle free. You know, yeah. I mean, see, you get in early, you buy all the stuff. To be honest, I bought stuff that I was after, but a lot of the traders go around and do that. So you know, don't think just because I'm there it's all gone. If I weren't there, it'd all be gone anyway. And I just picked up the bits that I was after, and that I have been after as well for a while, which is quite nice. But no, you know, don't be in any disillusion that when people just first settle that they're daft enough to fucking be giving stuff away. It's not the case. Anyone who's been to one of these events knows that there are deals to be had, but you're not going to get, you know, things for peanuts. What else can I say about the event? Tiring. I didn't realise how tiring it was. I've never done anything like that before, and it is very tiring. The men, I should have said this before. Top of the tree, thanks, is to James, Busabi, I always get his name wrong. I'll put him down below, but awesome, thanks to James. We sort of teamed up, for want of a better word. I think he really enjoyed himself. He was obviously, you know, the pilot, and yeah, it was a good day. Long day, but really good. Also, many thanks to Amanda and her sidekick, Lewis, because obviously she's the brains of the outfit. Yeah, they've done it before, so it was nice to sort of be next to them, and they helped out. Some awesome guys, honestly, really do appreciate it. Made the day a lot easier. What else? Oh yeah, we had 2 thieves. One we caught, one we didn't. So I lost an N64 expansion pack that went walkies. But apparently some kid walked up to the store and went to walk away with one of James's Game Boy DS games, I think it was. Literally brazen as you like. And they caught him, so yeah, fortunately, scumbags everywhere. What else was there to note? The music was loud, so if anyone from Retro Collect's watching this, Jesus Christ, I'm glad you turned that music down. It's way too loud to begin with. Couldn't hear anybody. Couldn't hear myself think. It was busy though. Even for the size of that, it did get really, really busy at one point. I think that's probably when some stuff went walkabout. There was, what else did I notice? Because again, like I say, early doors, I did have a spin around, I got a few bits. There's an AES there with I think a proprietary arcade stick, 3 AES games. One was definitely Magician Lord, 80 quid he had on that. That was a great buy, but I already got it off my mate Minx. He had 2 other games, and one of them weren't sure if I had or not. I can't remember now. But apparently when I was at the stall when the guy bought it, and I'm pretty sure the guy selling it said to him, "Oh, you've basically got these 3 games for free." So I don't know what deal he did on it, but I think he had 175 quid on the AES, something like that. Maybe he did it for 200 quid all in, I don't know. That guy there, weirdly enough, he had a white hoodie on with a beard, and he was swigging out a bottle of whiskey. Lewis mentioned it, I thought, "No, it can't be." And I went round towards the end, walked round with Craig's ear again, and yeah, sure enough, he had pulled out his bottle of whiskey, and he's like, having a quick nifter of it. But yeah, great to see the guys. Craig's here again. I'm going to forget somebody, so I do apologise. Craig's here again. Lee, Retro Game Addict, Gruss, Matt, Paul C, Duncan, Golden Age Gaming, Dasco Hosdoro, Adam 16-bit Brit, Dave Community, Flinch, Infected Flinch. Come on, who else was there? I'm going to forget someone. I do really forget somebody. I do apologise. I'm sure that's most people though. Yeah, Craig's the new Mr. Bump. Craig literally went arse over tit into sort of one of these, you know, those pull-up signs you get. But they just sort of stand with a pole being, you just lean back. He somehow very falls and horses. Rodders. And he literally mullered this sign, and the woman weren't happy. I think she was selling cakes or something. It was like a cake stand. Yeah, there are 2 boxes of cake stolen. Who steals cakes? I mean, for God's sake. Yeah, but he went arse over tit at that, just literally fell backwards. Yeah, and Craig don't drink either. I can't think. I can't remember any of the tubers. I do apologise. There might have been someone else, but the name escapes me. Oh, Paul Graham, all the way from Scotland. I thought that looks like Paul. I thought because Paul, he's got some retro stuff. He's Monkey Spaz's mate, and I thought that looks like Paul. But he's into his Transformers. I know he is now, but he wouldn't be here. I kept looking at him as we were walking past the store, and I was like, it's definitely fucking. So I just shouted Paul, and he turned around, and he was like, oh. So yeah, it's nice to see him all the way up from the fucking Highlands of Scotland down here. Well, down into Doncaster. Who'd have thunk it, eh? But yeah, good to see him, and he actually found some Transformers stuff really cheap. So there you go. Sometimes it's good to go to the opposite conventions. So I'm guessing if you went to a Transformer convention, there may be some video games there, but people wouldn't value them as much as they value the Transformers, and vice versa. You go to a retro game convention, and someone's got, I had some vintage sort of toys and collectibles. Well, I probably wouldn't price them accordingly, I just want to get them shifted. So someone got a deal, and apparently he did. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, I actually I did a lot better with some of them sort of collectible vintagey items, which is, again, like I say, I didn't think they would sell, but they did. Things I thought would sell didn't, but they're there for the next time. And I say, the way I look at it, it's more like generally a bunch of people that collect games, or collectors, meeting up and just selling your shit. That's how I viewed it. So obviously are some people that are just there, like some of the shops. I can't remember the guy's name is now. He always dresses like Luigi. He's done grease. He's got a shop. There's a few people that have got shops that come there. Obviously they're there purely for profit. But like I say, there's a lot of people that are just filling out collections. Case in point is this guy here. I don't think it was his collection. I think he had a kid. I was chatting to him. Really nice guy there with his missus. They just had a kid, which is always the catalyst of stuff like this. And he had to get rid of it all. So he's selling it, So there we go. That's really a very rough and ready overview. I'm probably sure this shit turns out, and I'll watch it back and go, I should have mentioned this, or should have thanked that person, or should have mentioned that person. And if I've forgot anybody, I do apologise. I could have made it last night. I know Russ made his last night. I was absolutely battered. Got in, had a Chinese, and just fucking chilled out. I've been on my feet all day as well. I didn't want to sit down. But yeah. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't one other person. I don't know what the chap's name is. But the lad from Retro Collect, from Retro Towers. He was back there. I will show some bits that I picked up of him. I was chatting to him. He's a lovely guy. You know, top lad. Does all the ever drives and all that kind of stuff. But he asked me, I said, oh, I'm here with the store. And he's like, I think he got worried. He sort of said, oh, what, are you selling all the stuff you bought off me? And I said, no, they're still in the collection. And I don't know if you believe me or not, but just to prove, they are still in the collection. All nicely still bagged up, mate. You probably won't remember selling these to me, but you did. Because obviously, now, the reason why he has a lot of these loose carts, I sort of said to him, oh, you just buy job lots of stuff from Japan then, you know, you see them on eBay, don't you? I said no, what he was buying them for was before, I think he said before the ever drives, or before they did something with some cases, he was using these as donor cases, which is why he was just buying job lots of them, you know. So yeah, I've not sold any of them, mate, but I just wanted to, you know, I didn't want you to think that. But yeah, that's why he said he had tons of it. And, you know, that's why they're there. So, and I got picked up a couple more off him. Some nice titles that I didn't need. Yeah, a lot of pachinko, a lot of Derby Stallions, a lot of baseball. Typical Japanese fodder, isn't it? Right. Oh, hang on. One last thing. Well, not one last thing, but before I get into what I grabbed or what I didn't grab. Mark Hornsborough put a comment on, I think it's Russ's video, and I didn't understand what he was on about. But I read it, I haven't replied, Mark, so I thought I'd just show you this video. He's all about, oh, some towel. No, what he's on about, if you see the video, because obviously you have tables and there's wooden tables, very rough and ready. So Lewis had said to me, look, if you've got a cloth or something, bring it. And I had, obviously I've got, you know, things to cover up the game so sort of sun fading. But the one I had on there, Mike, wasn't hung up. It's one that I've had another spare Pokemon one. So yeah, it's just it is a bedspread, but they're dead useful. Dead useful for stuff like that. I tend to sit on it on the floor so I don't get piles generally. So that's where that's going now. But yeah, so that's what that's for. Oh, hang on. But no, it was a really, like I say, I would suggest to anybody, if you're thinking about it or you're umming and ahhing, or you know, I think who else was speaking to someone? I said, oh, I might do it, but I haven't got enough stuff. I said, look, just get a couple of your mates, and I'm like, yeah, that might be a good idea. It wasn't Daz, wasn't Daz and Craig, although afterwards I did mention it to them as well, and they were thinking, yeah, because Daz mentioned it to me ages ago after the first Leeds Retro Market. That's where the inspiration come from. Because even he said it. He goes, you know, maybe we should just keep hold of all your doubles or stuff you're moving on and just wait and flog it there. And he was, you know, to be honest, I think he was onto something. Right. Coffee gone. Yeah, still off the beer. I'll be back on it by Blackpool. Such a few people. I'll be a cheap date as well. Be like being 16 again. Get pissed on 2 pints. So what did I pick up? There's a bit. Right, just the stuff early doors basically. So from the guy that was getting rid of everything, because he's I think he's just had a kid. I think it was. He had some lovely stuff. Very, very reasonably priced. I mean, obviously the trouble was at the start. I had my float money, and I had a little bit. I thought I'm going to take a little bit because if I do see something, I'm going to want to buy it. And I didn't know what I was going to. I didn't know if I was going to say anything or whatever. I didn't know. But it got to the point where it was at one point where, because obviously other people, like I said, there were collectors going around buying little bits off me and vice versa, and whatever I was selling, I was just going back and spending that money. And I thought, no, I've got to stop doing this because I'll end up with fucking nothing. And that is a real worry. I know that when I spoke to Craig here again, he's concerned about because he's got shit tons of stuff we ain't seen again. The infamous banana boxes. And his worry was he would be spending, and it's easily done, because it's just there's in your pocket, stuff's accessible. So it does take a lot of self-discipline not to do that. But anyway, speaking to this guy, and he said he had some gorgeous stuff. He had a box Smash Brothers for the N64. I think it's 50 quid. It's in fantastic condition, and Paper Mario as well. A lot of good stuff. It's just like, no need to. I mean, I didn't have enough money for them anyway, not at the start. So what I did manage to get, and he looked after me. He was a top bloke. I've been after these 2 games, box complete. Just, I don't know. I think it's just it's sort of, I think your collection needs. I think Retro Dave would understand this, and I think Retro Dave would appreciate these as well. So I seen these, and straight away I was like, fucking got to have them. So I said to him, would you do 50 quid for the pair? He said, yeah. I went, right, that's fine, that suit me. I looked at it, he had another little pile of loose carts, and I picked this one out, and there's no price in it. He said 2 quid. So when I bought these other 2, he said I could have them for free. So I've got 3 items for 50 quid. Sounds a lot of money, right? So what I managed to get for me money, actually I'll show you the freebie, which is Super Double Dragon, which I don't have, and it's a beautiful condition. Obviously the guy's ex-collector. It's all in fantastic condition, no doubt about it. So the ones in the main events is Mario. I'll show you these in better detail. Mario 2. I don't particularly like this game that much, but I do love the box art. I love the art style of this. I know there's t-shirts I've got that on. I wouldn't mind a t-shirt of that. So I'll just show you. I mean, obviously they came in these boxes. You can see 25 quid complete. Now, someone might be there to answer this for me. I haven't checked. I could probably go and check probably on one of Dave's unboxings, I don't suppose. But I'll ask you guys here because it makes it more fun. I even thought at one point these were repos, but there is where, there is where. Slightly, I don't know if you can see it, a very slight little splattering of something. It's very hard to see, but these are in absolutely immaculate condition. They really are. And I say I've seen 1 or 2 of these, and some people, even like the box ones, were asking like, I think 18 quid, 20 quid. I did the usual, come back and checked on eBay, and to be honest, 25 quid each is a good price. You do tend to pay a bit more for Mario 2. But you can see this is the thing with these markets, as we've said all along. Even as a normal buyer, it's that ability to be able to. I'll sort that in a minute. Have a look at stuff, check it over. So the question I've got is, when originally when you bought NES titles, did they come in baggies? Because this he bagged everything up. Now both of them have got these same bags. They've got like a little hole at the back there. So initially I thought, he's just added these bags, but they're both the same bags, which I thought was a bit unusual. So did the NES carts come in a bag initially? I mean, you've seen the carts anyway before many times, but they're fucking absolutely. They've really looked after them. I blew my mind. I was like, I had to buy them. So I've got Mario 3 in very, very good condition as well. I got that for little Lee, Retro Fusion, ages ago. So I was always after 1 and 2. Again, that's still even got the Nintendo sticker on. Let's take it out of the little box. And I did notice actually, there's a guy selling Sentinel cases. That was always I always thought that, I was speaking to Tim Millard about it ages ago. I said that's something if you wanted to make a few quid, that's something you should get into, because fucking hell, no one sells these, and obviously there's a guy there that's cottoned onto it already. But yeah, again, I couldn't be happy with these. I mean, absolutely. There is a little bit. It's just nice to sort of see that they're not too perfect. I know it sounds daft, But I think there's that worry that things are just too perfect and end up become repos. But yeah, there's enough wear on it to sort of say it's not. And again, I'm not going to go into too much. You've seen all this before, but it comes in a baggie. I mean, everything. It's not even unfolded. Great buys. Great buys. Yeah, I mean, you can even see on Mario. I'll show you just underneath on the flap. You know, it is aged. It's just been well looked after for its age. I'll sort them out later, put them back in. But yeah, I don't know what. I'm pretty sure Super Double Dragon's worth more than the £2 he was asking for anyway initially. So you know, well happy, well happy. So off another store. What's this one? Can't think now. They had some sleeves. Which one was it? No, it wasn't Dane Star store. It's some of the. I think there's one behind him. Always want to look out for these dust sleeves. The NES carts, nice Nintendo branded ones. I think £3. £3 for the 5. So always need dust sleeves. So well happy to grab them. And off my mate Lewis, which I didn't realise he was unpacking them. So I just bought some dust sleeves. I said, I've got some in here. So he very kindly let me have 6 unbranded ones because he said, "Oh, they're a bit mangy." I said, "I don't care. You know, they want to go in the plastic dust." The plastic dust sleeves, it won't really matter because they're a little bit bowed and that, but yeah. So I've got 6 of them for £2, so he looked after me there, so many thanks, Lewis. Off of the guy from Retro Towers, I mean, like I said, I didn't manage to get around until 3 o'clock, I think it was, something like that. So I had a good rummage around his big tubs of just loose carts. I mean, you know, I don't know what he had earlier, he may have had tons of cool stuff. They give me these £2 each, so I've got 4 carts, £8. I said, "Look, here's a tenner." He's like, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Look, you looked after me last time, you know, don't worry about it, pal." So all loose carts. So Actraiser, which is a great game. Dark Half, which I think tail end of last year got a fan translation. They're not expensive. You know, Dark Half, I don't think. Well, it wasn't a very expensive game to buy box complete. You know, maybe £10, something like that, maybe. One that I was quite happy to see actually is a Puzzle Bobble. I mean, my guess is a lot of people just wouldn't be asked to look through the boxes because it was literally full of pachinko, baseball, stallion derby games and stuff like that. So you know, or maybe people just looking at labels that they recognise, like your Marios, your Yoshis and stuff and whatnot. Seen this one, and I'm pretty sure this is Marvellous, which Crash Test Gaming Rich picked up, and again has just very recently had a translation. I'm pretty sure it is, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's Marvellous. Again, another RPG. So £2 a pop. Many thanks, mate. I should get your name really. But Retro Towers, go and check them out. I'll put a link down below. Does all the EverDrives and all that kind of good stuff. It does a lot of like peripheral odds and sods. Has all like little adapters and shit. You know, converting PS2 to Dreamcast and whatnot. Right. Oh, one item off my mate James. He was, what did he say about this? Oh, he was just going to sell it on its own. I was like, oh, I'll have that. It's just a sleeve. It's just a packing title that came with the sleeve. I think he said he didn't have it or something, so there's no point in having the sleeve. I was like, well, I'll definitely have the sleeve. And it's the Mario Kart Platinum pack. So it's just, I mean, that's all these are anyway, generally. I don't think there's many of them that have it printed on the box. So, yeah, in good nick. A few little dinks there where someone's peeled the label off in there, but yeah, I've got a boxed. Well, I know I have. I've got a boxed Platinum one though. I think I might have. I don't know, but I'll have it. I'll get one at some point, no doubt. Right. Trade with Lewis because prior to me sorting the Dreamcast stuff out, he was all about he's collecting for the Dreamcast. I said, "Oh, I might be sorting my stuff out. I'll let you know." So I did. There was one game I was after, but he ended up selling it, which is a bit of a bugger, but never mind. And I said to him towards the end of the day, I said, "Look, I'm interested in this game you've got. Do you want to do a bit of a trader for couple of Dreamcast titles. He probably got a little bit of a better deal. Only by a couple of quid, I don't mind too much. Yeah, maybe like 24 quid's worth, and he had 20 quid on this, but it's Devil Dice. So yeah, you know, I'll trade all day long. Which is what, if I'd known that Dane Stars, I would have said to him, look, you know, if there's anything I've got that you want, vice versa, we'll do a trade. But I just I didn't recognise. I'm sorry. Yeah, all lovely condition. So yeah, Devil Dice. I say it cost me 3 Dreamcast titles that have been sat down there. You know, I'm happy with that. Last couple of bits. There's a guy who turned up relatively late-ish on his own, and he had. Shit, that's the point. What have I got? Let me just check. Because he had some of these. Oh, maybe I might have been alright. Might have guessed right. Oh, thank God. He had two of these. He had Ken, and he had I think it was Chun-Li. I wasn't sure if I had Ken, but I did, and his wasn't in good condition. He had 15 quid on them, which is a good price. So, whew, and I'll mention him to Craig's here again. So Craig, no, it was all right. I didn't, because again they were 15 quid. I was like, I can't spend any more money. But I did get off him for a 5, which is a great fucking price. He's Donkey Kong. So well happy with that. Yeah, awesome. So he had 7 quid on it, got it for a 5. I've got to take that stick off. Why don't they stick it on the back? I don't like things on the labels. What else was I going to say? But yeah, there's just, you could have spent so much money. Right, that's that off. And then lastly, from a store that I think had 3 sort of groups of friends, again, just filling out the collection, just chatting to the guy. Even I asked him about, is this a repo? He was like, no, it's original. And I was like, fucking hell, it's immaculate. Or it's very, very good condition, and it's a Saturn game. Merchant of the Hidden Souls. But it's got none of that, I said, there's none of that glue bobbling or anything going on. It's not until I looked at the back and you could sort of see a little bit of wear, but it's hardly any wear to it. I was absolutely amazed. I mean, the back's come off because the glue's shite, but you know, glue that back, and it's only glue. But yeah, it's all complete. So yeah, I think he said 7 quid on that. I think he said 7 quid. And there was another game that he had in the box. He's in like the bags that I bagged it up. And it's Mario Tetris. But when you looked in at the box, there's a big tear going across one of the sleeves. And they only wanted a 10. They said that's why. You know, but for someone, you know, who wanted the cart, it was worth it. What I did get for a tenner, it says no manual on it. I got just Rad Gravity. So again, people were selling this. Just a cart only. So if anyone's got a manual for Rad Gravity, the only problem is it's got a slight bit of, let me see it, a bit of fold top there, but other than that, well happy with that, man. That's got the sleeve's buried in there somewhere, and the label and everything else is superb. So yeah, another one to the list. So that is it. Sowing the seeds of love. Great day, long day. Many thanks to all those people that came and bought some. I tried to look after everybody. I hope, you know, people didn't think I went out to scam everybody. Daz refused to take a discount, but I got back and I think James said something to me like, "Oh, Daz paid full price," and I thought, "Oh shit, I'm sure I offered," you know, because I wasn't sure, because I've got that, you know, bamboozled and that flustered, and I actually like sort of messaged him after and said, "Oh, I owe you something," and he said, no, he said, I refused. You don't remember, you offered me a discount, I refused. So, but yeah, there's a few lads that bought some stuff, hope you're happy with it. If not, tough shit, there's no returns, sales, final sale, sold a scene. But no, I did try to look after people. I say I'm not there to sort of fucking wring every single penny out of it, you know, it's stuff I needed to move on. I need to get some pennies back in the pot for Blackpool and stuff. And I need to make some space. You've seen the room in here before, you know, with this stuff that I bought here, and there's going to be more space needs to be found to put it all, really. But yeah, that's it. So I have to keep looking at it. It's the video game market, the Retro Collect video game market, number 3 at Doncaster, 5th of March. Absolutely brilliant. And I'll just reiterate, anybody who's thinking it, you know, oh, I've only got this, I've only got that, do it. 40 quid a table, you know, and I'm pretty sure you sell a few items, you've made your money back. So that's it. Take it easy, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.